You want down? Hi guys, it's Karen. I'm here to bring you the rest of the books in my nonfiction collection of books that I've read that are not signed and are not memoirs. And yeah, I think I have 15 left to go, so I figured I would just finish them in this video. The first book I want to talk about is The Hot Zone by Richard Preston. This book is disgusting. I read it on a beach and I just sat there being so disgusted and so engaged, and I was not able to put it down. It is about Ebola, I believe. I would have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's about Ebola, and it's just on a true story of basically people that were impacted by this, what happened to them, and like all the science behind it. Then I have this book, How to Break Up with Your Phone, which is okay. It's not anything like amazing, but it is just steps to break up with your phone. Then I have Spying on Whales, which is all about whales. This book was really interesting. Theater Geek, which is about this really famous theater camp. I'm not sure where it is. Stage Door Manor. I don't really know where it is, but basically all these big name actors went there, and so this is about like what it's like to go there as a camper and just the history of the camp and what goes on there and all this stuff. It was really interesting because I'm always interested in experiences that I can't have myself, so just learning more about like this really crazy prestigious summer camp and what it's like to be there. And then I have two Dr. Oz books, You on a Diet and Staying Young. Now, I honestly haven't reread these in a while. I kind of get the impression that Dr. Roizen is like the brains behind this, and Dr. Oz is like this. I don't like Dr. Oz. I don't know why I still have these. I feel like he is just like this creepy guy. Like, I don't even know if his TV show is still on, but the way he like holds women's hands and stuff on his show, I just think he's like an old man creeper. But I do think Dr. Roizen is probably really smart, and I enjoy hearing from him. And then Beyond Words, this goes through different animals and just like hearing more about them and what they think, feel, all that sort of thing. The really interesting part to me was the elephants, which are on the cover, but there were other animals covered. I'm trying to see if I can quickly find what other animals. Part one was the elephants, and it was like amazing to me how similar they were to humans, and like especially like how they grieve after someone they love has passed away. It is just crazy to me. So there were elephants. Then the next section was about wolves, killer whales, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But anyway, it's a really interesting book. I'm saying that for all of these, but I swear they're good. And then Flourish by Martin Seligman. This is kind of a positive psychology book on just how to improve your life and how to not just like survive, but to flourish, as the title says. It has led me to a lot of tiny things that I implement in my daily life that just like really improve things, and they're just like small tweaks. I also have involved some of this in my classroom too for kids. And then Into That Darkness, basically this is a bunch of interviews with I haven't read this in a while. Franz Stangl. He was the commandant of Treblinka, the largest of the 5 Nazi extermination camps, and so you hear a lot about what actually went on there. I know that everyone has read lots of World War II novels, but I just felt that this like allowed you to like look into the eyes of pure evil and just to see, I don't know, what happened. I'm trying to think if it says anything else. I mean, it's just horrible. Okay, so anyway, moving on. Then The Body Is Not an Apology by Sonia Renee Taylor. This book is amazing on just like having self-love and just fully embracing your body, whatever it looks like, and just embracing your full self. And yeah, it was really good on self-love. And then Radical Remission, I heard about this in some documentary I watched, but basically there's research on like people who have had really bad cases of cancer and how they have, like what common factors are in people who have survived and had radical remission. And so the reason I picked up this book, even though I'm not suffering with anything that I know of right now, is just like, if these things are healthy for people with cancer and possibly could be contributing to their radical remission, then there are practices that might be good to involve in our lives right now. And so I found them really interesting. I don't know if I should do a spoiler and tell you all of them, and I don't even know if it's easy for me to, oh, yep. I can just read you the table of contents. So one is radically changing your diet, which I've been a vegetarian for about 1.5 years, and I'm really, really getting close to being a vegan. So I've done that. Taking control of your health, following your intuition, using herbs and supplements, releasing suppressed emotions, increasing positive emotions, embracing social support. I think that's super important, even like in COVID right now. Deepening your spiritual connection and having strong reasons for living. So these are just things that I thought were important to work on now when I think I'm healthy. Then, you know, I don't know. I just want to be like well and prevent illness, I guess. And then Why We Sleep. This book is so good, but it also made me so stressed out when I read it. It is about the importance of sleep, and like, there's this other doctor, I can't think of what his name is, and he talks about the 4 pillars of health, and one of them is sleep. And basically, Michael Walker kind of argues that sleep is the most important of those pillars of health. And this book talks about all the things that could go horribly wrong if you don't have enough sleep, and all the things that are impacted by just losing a tiny amount of sleep. And yeah, it's also about like how to get a better sleep, and talks about melatonin and things like that you think might be really helpful, but are they actually? And it turns out melatonin is more of a placebo effect. Like it kind of like gets your body going to get ready to sleep, but it doesn't actually do something once you are asleep. But the placebo effect obviously is very powerful. So if it works for you, keep doing it. Like it's not hurting you. But this book stressed me out just because like how many things are negatively impacted if you don't get enough sleep. And so I was trying to get so much sleep and blah, blah, blah. Now it's fine because I work from home and things are just a lot calmer for me, and I'm getting great sleep. But this book is good. And then The Uninhabitable Earth, Life After Warming. I shared the, what was it called? The 6th Extinction earlier, and this one I actually liked so much better than that. But again, similar themes. It's basically on how we're ruining the earth. If you are in the mood to not sleep and to be super worried and anxious, this is a great book to read. It is on basically how the world has become extinct in the past, where we're heading now, and then all the different impacts that global warming has. One of the things I thought was really interesting. What is my cat doing? I swear she doesn't mess with the tree unless I'm filming. They were talking about like Syrian refugees and all that, and how the war was not like caused by global warming, but it was definitely an impact, or it was like a smaller cause of it. And so here are the elements of chaos that could like ruin our lives basically, even if like, yeah, I don't know. So heat death, hunger, drowning, wildfire, disasters no longer natural, freshwater drain, dying oceans, unbreathable air, plagues of warming, economic collapse, climate conflict, and yeah. So this is on why we need to save the earth. Stat, being vegan is a choice that will really help with the earth. Like it has a bigger impact than some of your other smaller choices to just try and have a smaller carbon footprint. Not traveling as much is also one, and having fewer children or not having children at all. But yes, anyway. Then I love this book. I reread it often. The Little Book of Hygge, which is just on how to make your home or apartment extra hyggely and amazing. And then finally, Cast by Isabel Wilkerson, which is on how many societies, America in particular, have created this caste system that keeps Black people down and makes it so much harder for them to like move up, get jobs. Like they have everything stacked up against them basically. So those are the books in my nonfiction collection that I have read that are not signed and are not memoirs. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.